Hey everybody, it's Paul. I've been teaching now close to 35 years, and the number one thing that I see that stops people from progressing, stops people from improving, is the inability to distinguish between what they think they're doing and what they're actually doing. So perception versus reality. And when perception and reality don't match each other, then it's hard to make improvements because you're not actually working on what you think you're working on. Stay tuned and let me explain this a little bit. So I was recently at T-Box and I ran into a friend, a student of mine, and he was practicing and I stood behind him and had a little chat while he hit a couple of balls. And I noticed that his swing path was severely outside in. This is something he's been working on for a while. We looked at the data and his swing path was about 12 to even 14 degrees to the left. So that's essentially like standing at home plate in baseball and swinging left of third base. So your swing is going foul of the third base bag. So I set up a little gate for him and I asked him to imagine swinging so that his club traveled right of first base. So foul of first base versus foul of third base. Now this is a dramatic change, and the reality is that he thought he was just going to hit the ball off the planet to the right. When he did that, his swing path actually ended up 1 degree away from dead center, 1 degree inside out, in a perception that felt probably 50 or 60 degrees inside out. So if your perception is that way to the left of third base is straight, then the reality is it's really hard to build a swing. If your perception is that it is way right of first base, so way on the inside out path, then that's really hard for you to accept that that's a good swing also. So you have to look at the data and realize that the perception and the reality don't match while you are learning a new skill. And you have to stay with the reality and make the perception part of the norm. So this person was swinging at what they felt like was right of first base, but their path indicated on the data that they were dead straight down the line, 1 degree off the center. This is not a swing that they could ever talk themselves into making because the perception was, I'm hitting the ball way out to the right, but the reality is it was a nice little draw right down the middle. So perception and reality, they don't match necessarily when you're practicing. That's why you practice, is so that they both start to come together. Thanks again.